It's Aloha Friday. I'm Lahaina Lee, and this is your Maui Real Estate Market Report for Friday, October 16th. Thanks for stopping by. Obviously, the big news of the week was Hawaii welcoming trans-Pacific travelers without subjecting them to the 14-day quarantine, provided they have a negative COVID test of a proper type from a proper lab within the last 72 hours. So visitors are arriving for the first time in what feels like forever. And the question was, if we open, will they come? Yes, they did. According to a statement from the Lieutenant Governor's office, there were about 8,000 arrivals. They also stated they expect those arrival numbers to level off to about 5,000 a day for a while. The Lieutenant said he was pleased that the arrivals went smoothly. There were no meltdowns. And how does 5,000 arrivals compare to normal? Well, according to the State Department of Business, Economic Development, and Tourism, last October, 2019, we were averaging about 25,000 arrivals a day. So it sounds like we've got a ways to go. According to Maui Now, we had almost 3,000 arrivals on our island. They reported long lines and people bringing tests from non-approved testing partners. A list of testing partners that are approved can be found on the state website at hawaiicovid19.com/travel-partners. Two friends of ours who flew in confirmed the long lines upon arrival. One said it took about 2 hours to get through the line. The other moved through more quickly, but it still took over an hour. However, they both made it safely through, and they're both very happy to be back on Maui. Also, both flew in from the East Coast. That's quite a haul. The one fellow said he came in on Continental Airlines and the flight was packed. I thought that was very interesting considering that both Hawaiian and Alaska stated they're blocking center seats, at least through Thanksgiving. One final note on pre-travel testing and quarantines. Those traveling inter-island arriving in either Maui or Kauai will also need a negative COVID test within the last 72 hours, or they will be subject to the 14-day quarantine as well. On the ground here in Lahaina, we can tell our visitors are back. Our spin instructor said she was in Lahaina on Front Street last night going to Kimos. She said there wasn't an empty parking place on Front Street, and two different cars she was following stopped in the street to let passengers out. She said at the time she was frustrated, but then said to herself, don't get frustrated. We need our visitors back. At home, Barb, my wife, aka the boss, said she saw a pickup with the back full of young blonde women coming into our condo complex. They were clearly visitors because they stopped to ask her if she was a check-in lady. They were not socially distanced and weren't wearing masks. There is news that in parts of Europe, things are shutting down again due to spikes in COVID cases. Many parts of the U.S. are also experiencing spikes, and in some areas they're reporting that their hospitals are nearing capacity. We cannot take another shutdown. So people, please, behave yourselves. Oh, and how's real estate doing? Let's do the numbers. Total sales dropped for the second week in a row with just 40 total sales for the week. There were only 14 homes sold. Home sales have only been that low one time since May. The median selling price was $825,000. There were 23 condos sold at a median selling price of $561,000. That's right in line with the selling prices for the last 3 weeks and very close to the asking prices. Oh, and about half of those sales were in complexes that allow short-term rentals. Pending sales, new contracts, have remained steady at 63. 27 were homes and 29 were condos. The median asking price for new homes going under contract was $895,000, also showing a very consistent trend. And while the number of condos going under contract has been steady, prices have been zigging and zagging up and down. We'll watch to see if the actual closing prices start to zig or zag as well. There were 74 new listings this week. Only 20 of them were single-family homes, with a median asking price of $1,822,500. So, with the demand we're seeing down in the 800s, seeing half of the new listings coming on at more than $1 million higher than that doesn't really help our supply situation. It will likely keep pushing prices up. 45 new condos were listed at a median selling price of $555. So the prices seem to be right in the sweet spot for demand, but that inventory is continuing to rise faster than sales. There were only 4 expired listings this week, all condos. The median asking price for those was $592. There were 18 canceled listings, with only 2 of them being homes again this week. 12 condo listings were canceled at a median asking price of $529,750. That's our report for the week. You can get all the numbers and the full transcript at MauiRealEstateMarketReport.com, your weekly real estate, economic, and lifestyle report for Maui. If you have any questions about what's going on in Maui, or if you'd just like to say aloha, give us a call, send a text, or email. Until next time, this is Lahaina Lee saying, stay well, stay safe, and aloha! Ask your doctor if Maui is right for you.